So we basically we're at the point of no return.
Dr. Jules Marmont sprinted down the corridor, his lab coat fluttered after him. Red lights flashed on the walls, sirens screamed. Marmont couldn't stop smiling. It was his experiment that had triggered the alarms. In his world, alarms meant progress. This could be the breakthrough he had been waiting for. He would be the one to get his name in the annals of FBC history. Not his wife Diana, not Darling, that smirking asshole. At the far end of the corridor, the lights suddenly blinked out. The red lights went dark with increasing speed. A wall of darkness rushing toward him. The alarms warbled and died. Marmont stopped in his tracks. He admired the purity of the darkness as it swallowed him. A final spark of pride flashed through his mind. This was his work. His breakthrough.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's the morgue. I guess we're gonna start opening drawers. Although I'm pretty decked out already. No, we really just have to go to the climax here. You get nothing else to say, right? Mama gave me a magic clicker with Jesus fucking Christ. I guess let's just go for it. I was trying to hold off. I thought my one buddy wanted to watch.
Come on, Saga. Time to get back to work.
Okay, well I can't change reality. I'm already here, so this is it. There's no switching realities here, so guess we're giving them the clicker.
I have the clicker. You will fix this. You will save my daughter. Promise me.
Yes, I promise. But we're out of time. Hurry!
Don't fucking give it to him! Get him! He's a fucking monster, Saga! There it is. We've been waiting for you, motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking destroy you!
It's Scratch. He was pretending to be Wake. The plan is fucked. These must power the right of way. Need to find more.
Sorry, coughing. Oh fuck! Okay.
There must be a way to slow him down. one.
Two more to go.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll use another one on you. Oh wait, no. I need to save those. Oh, fuck you. You best fucking relax for a minute.
Another core activated.
Okay, and if we're smart enough. We're... Shit, no. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Pop some pills. Had enough.
Scratch was here. He'll be back. What the fuck do we do now?
I've always found it strange the way that Wake presented Scratch. Like, has it been scratched the whole time? Because that's not the. All right.
I'm in the rain, trickling down. I'm the sickness of this town. I'm the ants inside your walls, the quiet knocking on your door. It's not your story to write. Scratch out your words in the night. When the writer is in doubt, my turn to come out. Twisted and cruel.
Scratch is Wake's double. He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window. How could we get this so wrong?
Textbook boondoggle. You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right? Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
So tell me what I'm missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news, it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where we keep the files. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks. Go team.
Go team. In 2010, writer and suspected para-utilitarian Alan Wake was reported to have disappeared into Cauldron Lake, an unknown threshold site. 3 years later, a small group responsible for multiple killings arrested in New York City by federal investigators. The murderers were recreations of deaths found in the writing of Alan Wake. Interrogations with murderers revealed they saw Wake as a sort of prophet, describing themselves as his cult and considered his novels to be sacred text. As Wake was missing at the time, it was unlikely he had any personal involvement with this cult. At least there is no evidence supporting the idea. Soon after, the New York cult was detained, and organization known as the Cult of the Tree began operating around Cauldron Lake, the same area Wake disappeared. This is now the second organization branding themselves as a cult with direct physical connection to Alan Wake, operating in the location he was last seen in. I propose this is not a coincidence and would like permission to search for a link between Wake and the Cult of the Tree.
I'm sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Jaakko was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through. It's my fault.
I realize it's a bad time. But I need you to tell me everything about the Cult of the Tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect Water in Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. Well, that was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have. How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just the name did half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
He's not wrong.
You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing. not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
Somebody took the time to bag up these guys.
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over. I should have trusted my gut. Had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it. Wake's. I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, well, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to come to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The horror story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's...
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights, travel, alternate realities threatening their existence. My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen, you're better off without her. I know I am.
The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive. I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With that said, how do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
Yeah, we're gonna change the story because that's a good idea.
Yep.
Solved
Already
it.
got the answers to these. Okay.
Alright, well, I guess let's do the interview with the demon. My friend.
I can tell something is wrong. What's happening to Casey?
I'm a goner. Swell. A shadow crawling under my skin. In my head. Call my ex. Tell her I'm sorry. Terminal case, Casey.
Something is wrong with him. He's hurt worse than he says. He's scared. assumed Wake escaped the dark place. Is it possible he's still there?
The Big Apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he always was. Ilmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the Tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Ilmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side. If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time, wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual. Scratch was pretending to be Wake, manipulating me. What does he want from me? No! I'm in control here. It's my mind place. He's powerful. Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker. Wake is trapped in the dark place. He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps.
Yeah, that's a good question for later. Oh, son of a beach. Perfect.
This is the kind of case my ex hated. The ones that might kill me.
That's funny. The cases that might kill me were my ex's favorite.
Did everybody see that light show, that big battle I had? It was awesome. View me as your hero. Ooh, what do we got here? Piece of candy.
After getting his hands on the FBC files, Ilmo Koskinen knew what he was up against. He masterminded the cult, his and Yako's army, to fight the fucked up horror lurking under the lake, and a plan to keep those feds in their bunker by the lake in the dark. Outsiders would only screw things up. The Koskinen sabotaged the FBC's monitoring station and rigged it to alert them when something was brewing at the lake. One time months later, when the alarm rang, they drove to the lake again, ready for a fight. But this time, they didn't find any monsters. Something else washed ashore. The light switch. They'd read how Wake had stopped Jagger with it in the stolen files. From that point on, whenever the cult caught someone taken over by the Shadow, they cut out the monster's heart, pushed the switch into the hole, and flicked it.
I think you may be right. Might have been a mistake to come here. I don't think
I can't force it open.
I don't think I got in that room in the other, and there's files in there, so I do want it. Look around the FBI lodge for this one. I'm pretty sure I got this guy, but let's give him a pet anyways. Check the back of Oh Dear. Which I am confident I've done that one, but we'll go do it anyways. Apologies for this little side quest, but... I wish you could fucking teleport. Hey, buddy. Okay, so you can't pet the ones you've already pet. Well, that works. Is there a hole in the man's bathroom? Why are you eating pizza with a fork? Okay, so we need to get back to the Valhalla nursing home and the ranger station. So we'll take the long... Ooh, it's a dangerous route. Fuck. Of course I'm doing this now. Sure. Well, this is gonna suck. Not a big fan of this at all. Your mind place does not pause. Motherfucker. risky business. We're bound to have a guy pop up soon. Being way too quiet. Darn shame. Yeah, so I definitely touched that one because I remember laughing about the fact that the antlers are like basically going through the roof. Clipping! Clipping through the ceiling, clipping! Oh.
That's better.
When Cynthia Weaver was downstairs at breakfast, Rose snuck into her room. With all the lamps in the room, it took her a while to find the one with an angel. Luckily, the dream Alan had sent her had been very clear. Rose was certain that Cynthia would not miss one lamp. She had so many. Tonight, Rose would put the lamp in a shoebox and let it sink into the garden pond. That's what Alan wanted. That's how she could help him. The thought made her whole body buzz with joy. Cynthia knew the lamp was missing the very moment she came back to her room. She was overcome by grief. It had been Tom's lamp, one of the few things that reminded her of him. It had not worked in a long time with the cord severed and the light switch gone. But there are other kinds of lights than the ones we can see. The invisible light of the angel lamp had held Cynthia together all these years. With tears welling in her eyes, she didn't see the shadows shifting in the corners of her room.
Okay. I know that we've listened to those manuscript pages before. If you, the viewer, or me, past Brad, who's more likely to be the one? Where the fuck is this note? Oh, it's in the gazebo. I was just on a phone call there, so. I do want to hear that story again,
It's
though.
1988, a face-off between deities on the rim of Cauldron Lake, high above its dark waters. Thunder roared, the old gods facing something even more powerful, something harder to define even. Or, changing the perspective, raving lunatics all, caught up in the frenzy of a shared delusion. The old gods, the corsairs of the Sea of Night, and the Dark One who yearned to stand in between, who had always stood in between, who would soon stand in between. We help you, you stay away from our family, Tor Anderson snarled over the thunder. Yes, until you all come to me, came the answer. That's never gonna happen, shouted Odin. I will take this as collateral, shall you remember our deal, said the Dark One. Blood arched from Odin's face as he fell to his knees. Lightning hit the dark figure on the cliff, and with that, he was gone. Tor rushed to his brother. Are you alright, bro? Effectively blind in that moment, the eye patch covering his left eye, his hand over the now empty socket of his right, blood oozing out of it. Odin cursed. The bastard took the wrong eye.
Okay, so we need to go into the wellness center in the manor. There's 2 deer in there. Now, I have no idea where they are in here, but from what I gather, they're here. Howdy. Still knitting away? Pat Main, you should be on the radio talking away. Fancy. Oh, there it is.
Such a shame.
shit ton of ammunition. Don't need you. Don't want you. Everything else I got is good. Then I guess you said in the wellness center?
Tor Anderson had lightning in his veins. This was rock and roll, baby. That Weaver girl had cast a spell on him. Tor would do anything she'd ask. Tor deserved this. Tor wanted this. She wanted the song. A gift. He had to get it for her. Afterwards, it was too late. Tor swung his hammer in frustration. The spark was gone. Black liquid clogged his mind. A bad trip. Tor fought it. He was strong. He'd never be taken. But the darkness could still drown him. Tor needed to warn someone. It was all happening again. Tom was back. Coming back. Tom would need help too if he was going to make it. But the brothers were too old to stop it this time. Tor had called someone. Someone who could help. The name escaped him. Drowned beneath dark water.
Saga? I guess we should look at the map, because apparently there's stuff we missed. Locked door? Those rooms I haven't even been in?
Must be locked from the other side.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I obviously didn't waste any time looking around in this place. Seems like I just ran through ASP Rocky style and moved on. This is this the point of interest you're talking about? No, it's on the other side. Okay. Manuscript page, of course. The one room I don't go in.
Gale Barrows stared at his chest x-ray. It was in his left lung. It felt like a black hole, an opening to darkness. He felt like he was drowning. He coughed and coughed and coughed. So hard his whole body and soul felt twisted and mangled, upside down and inside out. With every cough, the black hole grew bigger. It felt good. It tore him up, but it felt good. Gale was dying. The black hole was sucking everything good out of him. He imagined looking through it, into the darkness. The black hole grinned. Gale couldn't escape its gravity. He worshipped it. Gale sacrificed to it. In blood.
Oh boy. It's no bueno. Okay, we've got lots of stuff. Yeah, I didn't think so. I mean, we don't use it. We could, but... I'd rather save it for that gun that I actually use.
So if only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softy Casey is.
7 remaining.
7 remaining. Okay, well... Oh, you know what room it would be in. It would be in the rehabilitation room. Seriously, no?
7 remaining.
Yes, 7. I guess we can check the dining hall. Or the staff lounge. This is the office. I could just look it up, but... Dining area. Where are you hiding the fucking deer? I'm gonna have to look it up. So what's the big reveal? Where is it? Once you disable, head to the receptionist desk, grab the doorknob. I fucked, son of a bitch. So close. Oh, there's a manuscript page in there, so it was worth it.
Ilmo was nervous. His palms were clammy. He lowered his phone. Mulligan isn't picking up. Yako shook his head, pointed at his own phone. Same with Thornton. Ilmo didn't like it. No one was answering the phone at the workshop in Watery either. Something was up. It had to be the writer. Had to be. The Koskela brothers were crouching in the bushes across from the Elderwood Palace Lodge, its lights shining in the night. They couldn't wait any longer. The brothers knew Saga was in Watery visiting her trailer. Going now was their only chance to do this without hurting her. Ilmo stood up and a crowd of deer masks looked his way. Okay, this is it. The writer is the target. Take him down and it's all over. Only shoot the Fed if you have to. This is our big moment. We watch in the night. The crowd murmured the chant back to him. Ilmo turned his face to the hotel. He could see Saga's partner in the window. Ilmo slapped his brother on the shoulder. The brothers donned their masks. The cult of the tree was ready.
Sad face.